Hello everyone, back again with movie and tune recap. Today, I'm going to explain an American psychological thriller horror film from 2026, titled Pushed Off a Plane and Survived. Spoilers ahead, so watch out and take care. The movie opens on a plane where two couples, Cole and Janie, are preparing to go skydiving. After they jump, Janie attempts to deploy her parachute, but it malfunctions, causing her to fall as the screen fades to black. The story then shifts back 1 year earlier, introducing Janie and her younger sister, Tess, in their apartment. Janie is getting ready for a date, while Tess helps her prepare. Tess is mainly interested in the money Janie owes her, which Janie promises to give her after the date. Janie goes to a bar to meet her date, Kenny, and during their conversation, she becomes irritated by Kenny's words, as he does not meet her expectations. Janie decides to leave and tells Kenny that he is a nice person, but she does not think they are compatible. Kenny asks her to stay and promises to improve, but at that moment, another man, Cole, arrives and tells Kenny to leave Janie alone. After confirming that Janie wants to leave, Cole prepares to confront Kenny, but Kenny backs down and leaves the bar. Cole then apologizes to Janie for Kenny's behavior, and they introduce themselves to each other, and as they talk over drinks, they begin to bond. Cole later escorts Janie to her car, where she learns that he is an ex-Marine. Janie becomes interested in him and asks him out for lunch, which he accepts. Janie is a successful businesswoman and salon owner, while Tess works as her accountant. Tess asks about Janie's date, and Janie explains that it was awkward, but she met someone more interesting, and Tess is amused by this. During their lunch at a cafe, Janie and Cole talk about her business and personal life. Cole explains that after leaving the Marines with little money, he started his own investments and grew up in the foster care system. Janie sympathizes with him and asks what he does for fun, and Cole reveals that he enjoys skydiving. After their date, Cole and Janie walk in a park, where he tells her more about skydiving, and it is revealed that Janie is afraid of it. To reassure her that he will be with her during the dive, Cole has Janie sit on a chair and lets her fall, catching her just in time, and the two then share a kiss. That night, Janie invites Cole over to her home, where he offers to cook dinner for them both. After tasting the food, Janie tells Cole that he is a great cook, and Cole explains that it is a family recipe. Janie is surprised, as Cole had earlier mentioned that he grew up in the foster system, but Cole clarifies his statement to support what he said. Afterward, the two become intimate, and when they are done, Janie tells Cole how special he is and how easily he has won his way into her heart, and Cole expresses the same feelings. The next day, Janie tells Tess about how things are going with Cole and says it is time for Tess to meet him. That night, Tess finally meets Cole, and by this point, Janie and Cole are already in a relationship. After Cole leaves, Tess tells Janie that she is somewhat suspicious of him, saying he is too polite, which upsets Janie. The following day, Cole takes Janie to a surprise location, which turns out to be a plane. He has planned a skydiving experience with her, and after some persuasion, Janie agrees, and they board the plane with the necessary equipment. At a high altitude, they jump together, and Janie enjoys the experience despite her earlier fear. After landing, an excited Janie wants to skydive again, but Cole tells her they will do it another time. That night, Cole tells Janie that he likes the person he is becoming because of her. He confesses his love and asks her to marry him, and she accepts. While helping Janie prepare her apartment for Cole to move in, now that she is married, Tess is unable to understand how Janie could marry Cole when she barely knows him, but Janie tells her not to be judgmental. Meanwhile, Cole is pulled over by a police officer while driving his car. At work, Janie receives a call informing her that Cole has been arrested. Janie goes to bail him out, and learns that the reason for his arrest is speeding, which she finds hard to believe. Cole explains the situation, revealing that years earlier, police found marijuana in his car during a traffic stop, and that there is still an outstanding warrant because he failed to appear in court. He apologizes for not telling Janie earlier, saying it was part of his past, and asks for her forgiveness. Later, Cole presents Janie with a business plan. He suggests they build a club in a suitable location, which he is still searching for. He explains in detail why the club would generate significant profits, and after some consideration, Janie agrees to support the idea. That night, Cole goes to a bar and starts a conversation with the bartender, Nikki. He tells her he is waiting for a friend to discuss a business idea about opening a club. He also mentions that if she is interested, she could be hired, and Nikki smiles at him. The next day, Tess visits Janie's apartment to take a report but finds only Cole at home. During their conversation, Cole asks whether Tess is aware of the business plan, and she confirms that she is. After reviewing the financial details, Tess points out that the plan shows a lot of money going out, making it appear unstable as a business. Cole responds that this is how business works, explaining that money must go out before returns can come in. Shortly after, Janie returns home and shows a video of her skydiving alone to Cole and Tess. Tess explains that the reason for her visit was to take the report, then leaves. Her reaction makes it clear that she does not trust Cole, but Janie reassures him not to worry, saying Tess is simply overprotective of her. The next day, Cole drives somewhere and picks up Nikki, and the two share a kiss. That night, Cole returns home late, and Janie, who is still awake, questions why he did not pick up her calls and where he has been. Cole explains that his phone was on mute and says he was out with a friend discussing the club business. Cole becomes angry, saying he has been out all night planning and thinking about how to establish their club, only to return home and be questioned by his wife. Janie calms him down, and Cole apologizes for his outburst and says he will introduce her to his friend the next day. The following day, Cole brings his friend Sammy to Janie's salon to discuss the club business. When asked about his job, Sammy says he started working as a bouncer in clubs when he was 16 years old. However, when Janie asks where he currently works, Sammy does not give a direct answer. After Sammy leaves, Janie tells Cole that they cannot hire someone like Sammy for their club because he looks like a thug. Cole becomes angry, misinterprets her statement, and leaves the salon in frustration. That night, Cole visits Nikki at her apartment, and the two become intimate. Although Cole and Janie have been married for less than a month, he has already begun cheating on her, and he and Nikki continue seeing each other. Later, Cole takes Nikki out for dinner at Casa Parisi, and at the same time, Tess arrives at the restaurant with a friend. She sees Cole and Nikki kissing, takes a photo, and sends it to Janie. Janie confronts Cole about what she saw, but he claims the woman got carried away after he gave her a job. Janie refuses to believe his explanation and regrets marrying him too quickly. She tells Cole not to touch her when he tries to approach her. Cole tells her that they are building a life together and that she should not throw it all away because of some ridiculous picture. Having had enough, the bitter Janie tells Cole to pack his things and get out of her house before walking away. Later, while walking on the road, Cole bumps into a man skating, which leads to an altercation. Cole tells the man to walk away, but the man begins to show aggression, and in retaliation, Cole brutally beats him with his skateboard. That night, Cole spends the night at Nikki's apartment, and she is happy to let him stay. However, Cole reveals that he cannot stay with her because Janie needs to take him back, and this leaves Nikki stunned. He explains that if Janie leaves him for good, the club business will eventually fail, as she is his main investor. When Cole begins to speak rudely to Nikki, she gets upset and tells him to leave her apartment and go back to Janie. She tells him to take responsibility as a man, as Janie clearly holds most of the power in the relationship, and if she divorces him, he will have nothing. Cole responds that nobody is divorcing him, and while in the bathroom, Cole smashes his head into the mirror. The next day, Janie arrives home from work to find Cole in her apartment packing his belongings. Noticing the injury on his head, Janie asks what happened, and Cole explains how he got it, twisting the story. He says he has been unable to sleep because of their last argument and apologizes to Janie for being a liar and a cheater. Janie asks what she did to make him cheat on her, and Cole tells her she was everything to him. Cole says he is a man, and that the love of his life being the breadwinner makes him feel less like a man, which led him to step out so he could feel like a man again. Janie responds that she has always believed in him, and Cole admits he does not deserve her and confesses his love for her, and this begins to soften Janie. That night, Janie tells Tess that she has forgiven Cole and that they are back together again, which Tess is not happy about. This makes Janie angry, and she tells Tess that she is always judgmental, and before leaving, Tess warns Janie that Cole will cheat on her again. Later that night, Cole prepares dinner for both of them, and they eat together. Afterwards, Janie goes to the bathroom to take a shower, and while Cole is in the living room waiting for something to happen, Janie begins to feel sleepy and falls asleep in the bathtub. Just then, there is a knock at the door. It is Tess, who has come to collect something from Janie. Going to the bathroom, Tess finds Janie drowned in the bathtub and alerts Cole, who rushes in and pulls her out. Tess calls 911, and Janie is rushed to the hospital, where she survives with both Tess and Cole present. After being discharged, Cole takes care of Janie until she regains her full strength. That night, Cole goes to the bar where Nikki works and tells her to stop calling him after she refuses to stop asking him to come over. A frustrated Nikki accuses Cole of tossing her aside after everything they shared and threatens to tell Janie. Using sweet talk, Cole tells Nikki they are still good and that she should lie low for now and wait for him to call her. Back at home, Cole and Janie become intimate, and afterwards, Cole suggests they go skydiving since they have not done it in a while, and Janie agrees. During the weekend, the couple boards a plane with the necessary gear prepared for skydiving. On the count of 3, they jump out of the plane, and when it is time to deploy the parachute, Janie's parachute malfunctions, causing her to fall from a height of 4,000 feet to the ground. Cole and the others find the badly injured Janie in the woods, though she survives and is rushed to the hospital. Due to the fall, the doctor reveals that Janie has broken ribs and some internal hemorrhaging that requires medical intervention. The doctor also explains that a parachute getting caught in a tree slowed her fall, otherwise, she would have died, and adds that Janie is going to make it. Days later, Janie is gradually recovering in the hospital, with Cole taking care of her. He soon receives a text from Nikki and even gets a call from her, which Janie notices, but Cole tells her it is nothing. The two talk for a while, and Cole tells Janie that once he returns from an outing with his friend, he promises to bring her favorite meal. A few days later, Janie is able to walk with the help of a walking stick and is discharged from the hospital. At home, she is visited by Sherry, a representative from Boundless Skydiving, who comes because of the parachute failure incident. Sherry explains that both the main and reserve parachutes failing is extremely rare, about a 1 in 5 million chance, and practically unheard of. She adds that while the organization provided the aircraft and everything for the skydiving, it was not anyone from their team who prepared the parachutes. She then reveals that Cole prepared the parachutes, leaving Janie and Tess shocked. Janie tells Cole about this, but Cole misunderstands her words, which leads to an argument between the couple. They eventually calm down, and Cole apologizes for the mistake that nearly cost Janie her life, and the two reconcile. Later, after showering, Cole receives a text message from Nikki, addressing him as Michael, and that night, Cole goes to Nikki's apartment and questions why she keeps bothering him. It is then revealed that Cole's real name is Michael Simpkins and that he is living a fake life. Nikki reveals that she knows this after going through his files and conducting her own investigation. She also reveals that he has previously been in jail for murder, which deeply disturbs him, and Nikki tells him that she will eventually expose him to Janie. Standing on the balcony, Cole begins to sweet-talk Nikki, and she starts to fall for it. Suddenly, Cole lifts her and throws her off the balcony, leading to her death, and afterward, he ransacks the apartment and leaves. The next day, Detective Rice arrives and questions Janie and Cole about Nikki's death. Detective Rice asks Cole if he knows anything, and Cole says he does not. However, the detective reveals that they are aware Cole received a text from Nikki the previous night. Cole admits he did, but claims he thought it was from someone else. He also describes Nikki as crazy and unstable, and after some questioning, Detective Rice leaves. Later, while in the bathtub, Janie begins to recall the earlier incident in which she fell asleep in the tub. Suspicious, she goes through her last test report and discovers that diphenhydramine, a sleeping aid, was found in her system when she was last taken to the hospital. Janie states that she does not take sleeping pills, despite them being found in her system. Shocked by this discovery, Janie tells Tess, and the two conclude that Cole is trying to murder Janie. Tess and Janie take the medical report and drug test results to Detective Rice. Detective Rice tells them that they cannot arrest Cole yet because they do not have enough evidence against him. Although aware that Cole is dangerous, Detective Rice advises Janie that for the time being, she should not make Cole suspicious or anger him. Back at home, Janie is getting ready for her physical therapy appointment when Cole returns. He decides to take her himself, even though Janie has already called a cab. On the way, Janie receives a video call from Tess, and from their conversation it is clear that Tess and Janie are planning something without letting Cole know. Cole takes Janie past her destination and brings her to a building he has been planning to use for their club business. Inside the building, Cole begins explaining the planned arrangements for the club. After a period of silence, Janie finally speaks and unexpectedly asks why Cole purchased diphenhydramine. Cole denies knowing what she is referring to, and Janie explains that it is a sleeping aid, and questions why he tried to kill her. Janie concludes that Cole married her for her money and attempted to kill her multiple times to gain access to it. She also says she knows Cole was responsible for Nikki's death, which Cole does not deny, stating that Nikki tried to split them up. For her own safety, Janie offers Cole $1 million not to kill her, so that the police will not have to pursue him. This is when Cole's true nature becomes fully apparent. He confesses to attempting to kill Janie twice, but says she survived. He accepts Janie's $1 million offer, and before they can leave for the bank, they hear police sirens in the distance. Janie tells Cole it is over. It is then revealed that Cole's confession has been recorded by Tess during a video call with Janie, and the police are on their way. This angers Cole, who forces Janie back into the building, shuts the door, and proceeds to assault her. Janie tries to fight back, but Cole overpowers her and begins to choke her. However, in the struggle, Janie manages to grab a sharp object and repeatedly stabs Cole in the side of the stomach. At that moment, the police and Tess arrive at the building, open the door, and rescue Janie, while Cole is arrested. Days later, Janie is seen on another date with a man who appears to be kind and respectful. When he steps away to get drinks for both of them, Janie asks Tess, who is sitting nearby, what she thinks about him. Tess says she sees nothing wrong with him for now and that Janie can continue with the date. The story concludes with Janie smiling as the man returns with their drinks. Okay guys, that's all the recap about Pushed Off a Plane and Survived from 2026. Thanks for watching, see you again in the next video.